Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, it's 𝗙𝗶𝗀𝗀𝗃. Thank you for coming. As always, for the subscribers, guys, we are in the new month. It's December. It's like the last month of the year. And I'd like to thank everybody for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for everybody that sends in the super chats, the members, everyone that watches the videos, those that comment, everybody that likes the videos. I really appreciate it. In today's video, this is something that I do have a different take on it. And why I have a different take is because this year I've realized that me as a person, I don't know about you, but me personally, there are things that I need to work on and there are things that I need to change, and that is me not always blaming other people for things that I see happen to people like me, but in a full context of it, it is mostly sponsored by people that look like me in some sense. And I just want to get away from that box. And so this leads me to this video.
Now, on another episode of What They Won't Show You on mainstream media is this video over here. What they really didn't show you is that behind the scenes, they recruited hundreds and hundreds of, yes, Africans from allegedly Malawi to come to this dangerous, unsafe zone to help them with the agriculture, which I find super ironic given the fact that you have a lot of people running around in green uniforms in camp, eating burgers, playing TikTok, that you could simply give them overalls and tell them to go work in the field.
Welcome you to Israel. I just came this morning from Israel. The country needs you. What you are doing is not simple. What you are doing have a big say to the people of Israel. You are coming in this difficult time to help us to work on the agriculture. You know, Israel is a country where very important for us, the agriculture. And I feel a lot of similarity with Malawi.
So obviously the president of Malawi is getting a lot of backlash for sending his people at a time like this to an unsafe zone. Yeah, we'll never know what type of agreement was made, but it's very telling what kind of leader you are. And for other fellow Africans, I believe we need to do better in protecting our resources, our people, and our land.
Can you believe that Malawi, the president of Malawi, in a secret deal with the Israeli government, has sent off their young people to go pick, farm fruits and vegetables? Do you see the corruption? They gave him $60 million. And these poor people obviously want to work, but the deal of them working is like they're going to get $1,000 a month. And out of that $1,000, they have to pay for their airfare and processing and their boarding and living. Does that remind you of what we do here in the U.S. to our farm workers? It is so disgusting that these so-called democracies, of which we are being told day after day that Israel is the only democracy in the Middle East, will go into Africa, pay off the presidents, and get black people to work for white people. Because that's what Israel is, a white ethno-state. I cannot believe this. I really and truly cannot believe it. In the 21st century, we're still going into Africa to enslave people, and the African leaders of some of these countries are just as bad as the Western democracies. It is absolutely disgusting.
Why is Malawi sending hundreds of its young men to Israel at a time of war, supposedly to work on farms? Malawi is packaging this as a labor export deal. Why now? Could it be because Israel's economy is taking a major beating, and Israel cannot afford to lose more revenue from farms that now have a huge labor gap? And could this be why 2 weeks ago, Israel gave Malawi a $60 million aid package? I have always told you that this aid that comes to Africa always has chains attached. I know that jobs are scarce, but there are better ways of finding employment for Malawi's youth than sending them to a war zone for supposed employment.
As you've seen in the video, these are Africans, and They are in a plane being taken to go and work in the fields of agriculture in Israel. We all know what is happening in Israel right now and the Palestine, situation. And this is why I say, like, we did a video, me and Esther, talking about how Black people are saying Palestine doesn't, concern us as Africans, that it doesn't affect us in any way. But then here we are seeing our fellow Africans being thanked, being appreciated for having the spirit, having the love, having the kindness to be able to go and accept to work in Israel in the farms. It's more disturbing that our own governments, our own countries, our own leaders, our own organizations are even letting this happen. And so when I say I want to learn and I want to work on myself to take accountability and to blame the right people, not excusing the people that look like me for the people that look like this, I do mean it. Let's just excuse for a moment. If we had leaders, if we had organizations in Africa that were doing good for the people, that were standing up to stop the exploitation of the human rights, the exploitation of the resources, being able to work on the growth of the infrastructure, the technology, the agriculture itself of the continent, do you think our people would be willing to go and suffer in the places like Israel? Most of the times people ask why Africans are doing that. Like, you are going to come and tell me in the comments, oh, why are Africans doing that? Why shouldn't they stay in their countries? The countries they stay in don't benefit them. The African countries where Africans live don't benefit Africans. They benefit foreigners. And I do not want to blame the white race in any way, because the same people that look like us are the same people that don't do things that are good for people like us. It's just sad that at every point in time, the people that have to go and suffer more, the people that have to go and be in the depth of hell or fire, have to be Africans at the majority. It's just sad. As a person that went to Dubai before myself, I saw the conditions that people like me were passing through just because we came from Africa. And I see a lot of adverts also in this era on Instagram, on TikTok, on how they are also calling Africans, Ugandans, to go and accept to be in the army of USA to go and fight. And for a person who is living in Uganda, who cannot provide for themselves, who cannot really sustain their family, who have these governments that are not putting up proper infrastructures for us to be able to even love our countries, I kid you not, these people are going to register to go and join the US Army as they are being advertised. They are going to do that. The same way, I don't think these people that are on this plane going to Israel to go and work in a place where there is WAR want to. But because of the circumstances that they go through in their own countries, they have to do this. And it is sad. And we are still going to come on the internet and blame these people. I don't think we should do that anymore. And also, let's look at the big picture of these people have always been what they are. We all know that. They come and distract people from the truth. They control most of the things that are run around the world. But then again, if the people that we see and put up to be in big positions are not doing the bare minimum to even put out or put up laws that protect us as the civilians, as the people, why would I excuse that and still blame these people? This is the same situation that a lot of Ugandans, a lot of Africans leave African countries to go and work in the Middle East and be mistreated and be harassed with no rights, with no freedom. This man who is thanking the Africans for accepting to come and do this thing, if those Africans had the infrastructures, the capacity, the ability for them to stay in their countries, and they had like jobs or things that would help them live life, he would not be standing there thanking them to accept to go in a war zone to work. I know most people will look at this person and forget that the companies that registered these African people allegedly probably and most times look like us. The owners look like this. In Uganda, the companies that sign off people that look like me to go and work in the Middle East are companies owned by fellow people that look like me. And I still want to come and blame that on these people. No African leaves their country because they want to go in the coordinates, to go in the war places to work. No African wants to do that. It's just ridiculous that we are at this point in life where we still have to be on the edge of everything as Africans. It's sad and it's disturbing to me. Like, I'm so mad at this. They know they can just come to Africa and take our people because our people are desperate. They cannot do that to the USA people. They cannot do that to the people that look like this because they have people that set up laws to protect them. You cannot just get this kind of a person and tell them to go and work in a war place. Like, how? How much are you paying them? The presidents of Africa, the leaders of Africa, allegedly, they don't want the systems of Africa to change because they love the money. Yeah, I'm laughing, but they love the money. And of course, it's always about the money. They are paid and they just have to go and pick up their people and promise them small coins for them to go and sacrifice themselves. Like I said, they are calling in African people to go and join the US Army. Why? Because African people don't have laws that protect us. We don't have laws that protect us. Everywhere we receive money from these people, and why would you blame them that they know they give us money, they can just come and take our resources because the people that we have on top can just sign and get their cut check and enjoy life? So yeah. Well guys, that was it for me in today's video. Let me know what you think about this, and thank you for everybody that participates in. Thanks for sharing, liking, commenting, everybody that is like really supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.